Hello everyone, welcome back. If you are new here, hello, my name is LotusMaje. I will be your diviner for today. If you clicked on this video, you know that today we are doing a reading on Leonardo DiCaprio. Recently starred in a film called The Killing Moon, or The Killing Flowers of the Moon, or something like that. Definitely should watch it. It's about the Osage murders. Yeah, if you are okay with getting through depictions of, real life deletions and espionage, I guess you can kind of say, go ahead and check it out. Make sure to give those big ups and props, because I hear they did or have a lot of people, Osage tribe members, actually put in on the film. Outside of that, Leonardo DiCaprio is also roped into a lawsuit for something he posted. I don't know, sounds very stupid. But it's also the same thing that his ex girlfriend, is it Bella Hadid, was in. Fact check me on that one. But as you can see, all statements made are alleged for entertainment purposes. But before I get into this reading, and as I just shown you at the bottom of the screen here, with all statements made are alleged for entertainment purposes only, you will find it down in the description box. I have stated it verbally, and I do want to make sure it is clear and above board that you should not believe anything I say. If you do, the onus is on you, because tarot is not something you should use for any professional advice, counseling, or anything else. Your discernment is crucial when dealing with things like this. And just to be honest, like, I'm just some weirdo on the corner of the YouTube internets, reading on people. So yeah. But without further ado, I hope you have your tea ready, sipping on it, settled in, and we're going to get into this reading on Leonardo DiCaprio. We're just going to see we're going to do kind of like a vibe check, an energy reading, just to kind of see what he has. And yes, when I mean reading, the cards should clue you in even more. I mean a tarot reading. So if tarot, divination, astrology, numerology, any of those things, spiritual talk, woo-woo, magic, witches, all of that, if you think it is something that does not resonate with your spirit, if it upsets you, if you think it's demonic, if you think it's low vibe, if you think it is a busybody work, here's your time to click off and find something that is more enjoyable for you. And do not let me capture your chaotic energy here. Okay. So with all of that being said, now I'm actually going to get into the reading. And again, this is just going to be like a general vibe check, a general reading on what I'm getting for Leonardo DiCaprio. So let's do this one time and clear the energies off. Spirit, can you provide me? We're not counting any of that. Spirit, can you provide me with insight into Leonardo DiCaprio, American actor Leonardo DiCaprio? Spirit, can you provide me with some insight on American? It's so much want to come out of this. Spirit, can you provide me with insight into Leonardo DiCaprio, American actor Leonardo DiCaprio's life? Spirit, can you provide me with insight into Leonardo DiCaprio's life? I'm gonna throw this out because this piece has tried to flip out a couple times, so I feel like it wants to stick. So it's funny to me, he has both the sun and the moon here. Essentially, he has like the divine masculine, divine feminine in here. So can you provide me with some insight into Leonardo DiCaprio's energy? American actor Leonardo DiCaprio. And then we also have the King of Coins. And we're just going to take note of these two. You have the Five of Swords in reverse and the Tower in reverse. And then the underlying here is the Queen of Wands. So either Leonardo DiCaprio is a very spicy person, um or he's being called to tap into his feminine energy, or there is some woman in his life that is the source of his downfall, kind of like on some Bad Bunny type stuff. And if you know about this current lawsuit, I guess some people would say, yeah, Bella or Gigi, one of the Hadid sisters. And then we also have Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is somebody he's sleeping with. Then the Queen of Cups, Palace of Wands, Dionysus going on. So again, I don't know if he's a Leo, but this is interesting that we have the sun here. I feel like most people in the entertainment business have some kind of Leo placement in their major top three. Usually it's their sun, their rising, or their sun sign. Um, but we also have the sun card here, and it usually just feels like, okay, which would make sense. He's, doing this whole rollout for this film. He's in it. He's back out in the spotlight. Everything is about him. A lot of people are paying attention to him because of the lawsuits and things like that. So, yes, that all makes sense. Followed by the priestess card here. So usually when I see the priestess card, it's usually something of like trust your intuition, or the truth kind of like being revealed, things coming to light. It could also speak to, again, like I said, sometimes like that feminine energy or something like that. And then we tap in here with the King of Coins energy, which isn't surprising to me. He is somebody who is very much about his craft and his business. So, yeah, something feels like he's being guided to something. There's some kind of timing involved with this. No, I feel like he's being guided to something. Maybe this is a karmic maybe this is kind of maybe some karmic timing he has coming up in his life as well when it comes to the women. Like maybe it's just like you're probably going to be answering for a lot of the things he's done in his romantic relationships and things like that. But yeah, let's see. Let me get some clarity into why this sun card is here for Leonardo DiCaprio. Clarity into why this sun card is here. Assets. Yeah, they are seeming to be in trouble because he is facing a lawsuit, and the assets deal with things like finances. It deals with talent. It can deal with material world, possessions, security, credit score. Why is the priestess here for Leonardo? Spirit, can you give me some insight to why the spirit card is here for Leonardo DiCaprio? So we have kind of two cards here. Funny that sun is coming up again, and we also have 11th house edge. So again, the sun can deal with ego, self-sufficiency, individuality, self-awareness, life force, spirit, childishness. But the 11th house, the edge, usually deals with things. The 11th house, I think of it as kind of like the mankind card. You're thinking about humankind. You're thinking about the world. You're thinking about the world at large. You're looking at kind of like, I guess you can kind of say it's kind of like that 10 of coins energy of like, what legacy or imprint am I leaving behind? So I wonder if he's considering like family. That could be a thing here because he does have the King of Coins as well in the sun. So I wonder if he's kind of like coming out of this sun energy into the priestess energy, where he's kind of like being introspective, wanting to create, kind of reflecting on things, trusting his intuition, trying to tap into another form of him, some kind of truth about himself that is coming forward, and that he is hoping to spread or share in the future. Because he typically comes off as a very like he kind of comes off like a recluse to me almost, um like very private about himself. Like you hear all these things about him dating all these models and things like that, but he always just seems like very reclusive. Like you don't see him just out and about at interviews or people concerts and stuff like that. It feels like where he's just kind of like spilling his guts, or you're hearing about him doing something crazy and this and that. I wonder if he's also thinking about maybe a career change here too. Okay, and why is Leonardo coming up as the King of Coins? What is this King of Coins energy here for, Spirit? Dealing with the American actor Leonardo DiCaprio. Hollywood actor, sorry. Leonardo DiCaprio. Libra. I said something about karmic lessons. Something about harmony. Socially aware. He sounds aware of something, obviously. Graceful, considerate, obliging, indecisive, judgmental, flattering. What's the underlying energy? Virgo. Somebody is trying to perfect something in their life. Um, I don't know if this is going to be going into kind of like some branding cleanup or something like that. Um, Again, some kind of career change. I said there, I feel like there's some kind of karmic lesson in this, and I feel like that's coming up again with this Libra card here. I wonder if he's looking for his tribe, essentially, kind of like the people who really are on his level and connect with him and understand where he's coming from. Um, because there is a lot of like public energy here with kind of like the sun, the assets, the 11th house. It feels like a lot of external influence. Let me get some more clarity, Spirit, on Leonardo DiCaprio's energy. Okay, I feel like this one wants to come out. What is this? Angel numbers. It deals with confirmation. Here is something again about confirmation, something from the out that is coming in. There's some kind of messaging, there's some kind of clarity being received. There's some kind of instinct that he is needing to trust in. There's some kind of introspection, some form or energy that he needs to be tapping into and working with that he has kind of been like ignoring for a while. He has angel numbers dealing with confirmation and the priestess here. Oops, sorry, baby. Then we also have the crown dealing with personal power. And then we also have the cowrie shells dealing with abundance. There is some financial hit he is taking. The king of coins, the cowrie shells, you have the assets here, the angel numbers. There is some miscalculation that has happened. And what I hear is something due, like a payment owed, um, debt. What else is coming through? Yeah, just getting something owed, debt, uh, something that's owed. Is he about to go through like a unpopular moment in his career, essentially? I feel like he's always been riding a high in his career. Like he hasn't had a lot of like downs and stuff, or maybe critiques on his acting and stuff like that. You know, he's been in Hollywood since forever. I'm pretty sure he's been a child actor in Hollywood. So he's kind of grown up into this, and I wonder if there's a thing here where he's wanting a change of pace, and I'm gonna tell you why. We have the Evil Eye Protection as one of his underlying cards, but here's the one for me, the Lotus Flower Enlightenment. There is some revelation coming up for him because you have this Lotus Flower Enlightenment, you have the Priestess, and then you also have the Libra card here, which was speaking to like something being exposed, revealed. The Sun can also hint to that as well. Something being exposed, revealed, something about yourself maybe that is coming to the surface, that is being told that you are having, that you are coming to terms with, or something like that. So there's definitely something about himself that he's going to have to go through. And I think he's about to go through a downturn in his karmic cycle. Like, um, again, like I keep saying, I keep feeling like there's some kind of debt, some kind of payment, or it's just kind of like this is a season of payback or something like that. Yeah, with the crown coming up in reverse, it just makes me feel like, kind of almost like on that tower moment of, or like, heavy is the head that wears the crown. You're kind of putting your crown down, not wanting to carry it anymore. So I think there's something there with that. There's a lot of things here about the public as well, and a lot of that is kind of coming up in questionable circumstances. What is coming up in Leonardo DiCaprio's career? What is coming up in Leonardo DiCaprio's career? What is coming up? And I feel like this one want to come out. Yeah, there is some change. I think he definitely wants to make in his career. That's why I had to pull cards about it. I felt like that was something that was blatantly coming up. You have the Nine of Swords here. The Nine of Swords can usually speak to things of just like, I'm ready to let things go. There's some kind of mental block. There's some um entrapment feelings kind of going on. There's some mental clarity that's needed, and he's probably eventually going to get it, because remember we had the priestess coming up here as well as the sun, like things being revealed, things becoming clear. So there's something with his career that I don't know. He kind of want to get away from. Maybe he wants to change. Maybe he wants to stop being in Hollywood. Um, yeah, maybe he wants to do more production work, maybe more so like producer type things or something like that, because we do have the death card here, and that usually speaks to transformation. But with this kind of, with the death card being in relation to the Scorpio, it makes me feel like it's going to be some kind of dark transmutation that's going to be coming on. Is it going to be from something not necessarily good, that's gonna kind of like force him to change? The Three of Wands here also usually speaks to things of like wanting to move on, um or kind of like picking a destination and maybe not being able to move forward with it. It could be a halt on plans. It could be maybe some halt in communication, etc., etc. And again, this is Aries coming up in the sun. So it's funny that a lot is coming up. This Nine of Swords is also coming up. I want to say it's at Mercury. So communication. So that is what's coming up for his career. Let's see if I can get some clarity on why this death card is here for Leonardo. Dealing with Leonardo's career, why is this death card here? We have Cancer, the doula. So again, something tapping in. This could speak to a female. This could speak to just him tapping in more so to his emotions. What do he emotionally need? What do he need to emotionally invest in? Is there some kind of passion? There's some defensiveness. It could speak to introvertedness, introspection. Kind of like nocturnal natures and things like that. So again, I feel like there's something. I feel that's the biggest thing that's kind of jumping out to me. I think there's going to be a change he's going to do uh, soon in his career. Um, I think there's some change he's going to be doing with his career. Any more clarifying cards in regards to Leonardo in his career. So you can provide me with any clarifying cards in regards to Leonardo DiCaprio's career. Can you provide me with some clarity in regards? Oh, there we go. Metamorphosis. There we go again with some change. Metamorphosis, death, some kind of transformation, some kind of dying, being brought anew, some kind of chrysalis effects going on here. Is there any other cards, Spirit, that you want to provide me or that you can provide me? Let us know in regards to Leonardo DiCaprio's career globe. Possibilities. It's funny this is coming up also with the travel card here in reverse. Is there a move he wants to make that he's not being allowed to make? Like maybe he wants to move to a different country. Um, do he want to do work in kind of like France? Does he want to do more like Kane films, like the B films, the more critically acclaimed films, not just something that's meant for like the general public? Peace and harmony is the other underlying card here. He wants to have fun. I think he's hit a stalemate in his career, essentially, where it's like it's no longer fun. And lastly, let's get into what's coming up for Leonardo DiCaprio's love life. What's coming up in Leonardo DiCaprio's love life? What's coming up in Leonardo DiCaprio's love life? Okay, so funny enough, we have the Queen of Swords, somebody who is very truthful about what they want, someone who is very, not secretive, but very like, I guess you can kind of say hush hush about their private life. He does not like putting his personal life out there on the line for sure. But I think he's truthful about what he wants with people because you have the Queen of Swords here. I would not be surprised he has his girlfriend signs NDAs too. But then we also have the Three of Cups in reverse though. And the underlying card is the Two of Swords. Palace of Swords. Justice. Why is all of this his underlying energy when it comes to relationships? Now he's really in his head about relationships, but I think it's more so of like does he just kind of want something easy and fun when it comes to relationships? He's not I don't think he's probably looking for anything serious per se, but like I want to save the mental energy that I need to use for something more important um in my relation personal or romantic relationships are like up that high up on the totem pole for me. And I also feel like why would the Three of Cups and the Hermit be here together? Because usually the Three of Cups reads um like three's a crowd or something like that. Usually when it comes to romantic relationships, like there's somebody you don't know about, is something else there. So it could possibly read as something it's like cheating or something like that. But I feel like I don't know enough about him to kind of like give this the clearest reading. Let's see. Funny we have fourth house roots. The fourth house I also think of like romantic stuff as well. But it has family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter care, self care, shell. I feel like that does sum it up. I think he is very cold hearted when it comes, not cold hearted, but like he's very like calloused or like abrasive when it comes to his relationships. He does not treat them with the utmost care. Can I get some clarity on why this hermit in reverse is coming up for Leonardo's love life spirit? Providing you some clarity on why this hermit card is coming up in reverse. What was that? For Leonardo's love life. Provide me with clarity. Was one flipped over? No. Okay. Spirit can provide me with some clarity. What was that? Chiron Hearley. Did he have a girl break his heart in the past? Who is this lady? Or is he trying to keep himself from like experiencing heartbreak? What is that I'm picking up on? I think he's trying to keep himself from experiencing heartbreak. It almost feels like it almost feels like he has a sour outlook on love, which is explainable and kind of like the realm that he delves in. So it would be understandable why he probably has a negative outlook on love. So I think he just is like, I'm not, I'm not gonna put myself in that position. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Ooh. Complexity, right? So it's funny he has the Queen of Swords, yes, and the Queen of Swords usually speaks. It does speak to the air sign. It can be obviously the Libra. It can speak to Aquarius. It can also speak to what is that other air sign? Gemini's. And a thing that I say all of the air signs have in common, they kind of sometimes can double speak. I also like to call them parcel tongues because they could be telling you the truth, but they go on a roundabout way of saying it. They speak in cursive sometimes. And so it's funny to me that on this complexity, at least in my experience, I feel like that's typically what it is. And I can say this as a fellow rising Aquarius, okay? Um, it speaks to contradicts, clashes, misses the marks, requires translation, adjusts, make curious, educate, and transforms. But it's coming up in reverse on top of this Queen of Swords. And if you don't know in tarot, usually the Queen of Swords is someone who is seen as speaking very truthful. They can be very callous. They can be very like they can tell you something to be very straight to the point about it to where it almost hurts. They can also be the truth teller. Think of it as like you getting information from what's that guy's name? Kali. I kind of see the Queen of Swords as like Kali. Very can be very destructive with their words. So it's funny to me that this is something that is coming up here. So I wonder if he had a falling out in the past, in a relationship before, where his either the person spoke to him very callously or rude or was very upfront, or he was the one who was speaking in such a manner that caused it to kind of go downhill, and he's just kind of like withdrawn from ever like being that open with people, and it's just like no, this is just a fling kind of thing. Like maybe he has regrets in being that truthful. And then let's see here what we have the Three of Cups. Or maybe he is just that truthful to people and they just kind of get it. They feel like they can handle it and then they come to find out that they can't. And the Three of Cups comes up with the Sagittarius, the Voyager. And remember, we did have the 11th house earlier for the the overall energy. And this speaks to independent, generous, ethical, happy-go-lucky, adventurous, honest, bareback, lucky, boundless, traveling, risk-taking, tactless, and self-righteous. The underlying card here is balance. And he does have a lot of like air signs, Libra signs is coming up. I think justice was one of the underlying cards when it came to, was it, yeah, that was with his relationships, right? Yep, you had the swords, the palace, and then the justice card in reverse. So there is not a lot of balance here. And I said something earlier about him feeling like maybe he didn't have the time or the energy to kind of like put the care or insight, understanding, awareness into like his relationships. He just kind of wants something easy and meaningless for the moment. I don't think he approaches relationships as kind of like for like companionship. I don't think he kind of sees it that way. I think he kind of sees it as something like to pass the time or to scratch an itch, essentially. So just to recap, because I don't even remember where I was at, but I definitely feel like there is some conflating feelings that he has here about romance. I think he's definitely trying to protect himself from being hurt. I think he is somebody who is very distant in his relationships. He sees them as something of just kind of like a status symbol. He sees it as kind of like not as a conquest, but like something that has to be done or needs to be done in order to get further or whatever, or just kind of like, again, I have a itch that needs to be scratched. I think he's very like emotionally reserved. I think he does not open himself up when he gets into romantic relationships, and that's probably something that's still going to continue here. Um, so yeah, or maybe is he's gonna get somebody who's very cold and callous in his future relationships here. But there is definitely some shifts we can expect to come through with his career. I definitely think he's probably going to shift into something like production, or he's probably going to do some entrepreneurial kind of role, probably some little startup, some little tech startup thing or something like that. Because we had the death and the transformation cards, etc. that's coming here. There's some kind of realization that he's coming to. I think there is probably some kind of boredom that he has experienced in his current career. I think there is some boredom that he has even experienced in his love life, and I think he's looking for something to kind of like give him a shot of rejuvenation. It's coming up for Leonardo. I think there is some things that he is starting to realize about himself, or that he is wanting to tap into some other aspects of himself that he is wanting to tap into. So yeah, I do see some financial reckoning that is probably going to be happening for him, and it may not be financial, it may not be financial, it may be some kind of reckoning or karmic debt that he has to pay, just kind of like in the material world, because it just seems like he's kind of been winning for the last few years, and now it's time to take a dip. It's kind of like reinforcing, do you really love and care for what you have or not? So I think it's probably some reevaluation that he has coming up for him. But did I pull any cards on this for his love life? No, I did not. So I'm gonna pull these, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. Spirit, is there any other energies or things that we should know or can know in regards to Leonardo DiCaprio and his love life? Is there any revealing information that you can provide to us in regards to Leonardo DiCaprio's love life? It's coming up for Leonardo DiCaprio's love life. This knot wants to come out so bad. Relationships. I know we're doing a reading on his relationship, so I've seen that card peek out 3 times. The other one I keep seeing is this one, the card keys, opportunity. traffic cone, caution. He also has divine guidance. He he about to go on some kind of spiritual journey, spiritual awakening here with the 11th house, the Sagittarius, and the stars. Smiley face joy. Yeah, he's looking for some kind of resurgence in his life because I think he's kind of, yeah, stalemate is the word. I feel like he feels like he hit a stalemate. And look at that, relationships. Maybe he is tired of not having fulfilling relationships too, because you have the not here in reverse. And then we also have succulence, resilience, anchor, stability. I think he's looking for a stable relationship, and maybe he's having a hard time finding it because for so long he has kind of made himself um, dormant in that, like reserved. Because that was like the best way he knew how to survive. Not trying to make him out to be a bad person or anything. I think that's just the best way he knew how to get through it. Again, and if you've been in Hollywood as long as him, and if even half of the things are true about some of the people that's in Hollywood, I wouldn't blame him. I would protect my heart at all costs too. So, yeah, that's what I got for the reading, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. While you're down there, make sure to subscribe and like and share the video if you care. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.